Most people think financial problems start with bad luck, low income, or unexpected emergencies. But in reality, financial problems usually start much earlier, long before money feels tight. They start with habits that feel normal, decisions that seem harmless, and routines that slowly lock people into stress. There is a pattern that almost everyone follows without realizing it. It doesn't feel like failure while it's happening. It feels like progress, and that's what makes it dangerous. The pattern begins with comfort. When income becomes stable, spending becomes relaxed. Bills are paid, life feels manageable, and attention fades. People stop checking numbers closely because nothing seems wrong. This is the first silent mistake. Comfort creates autopilot. Autopilot leads to decisions without intention. Subscriptions renew. Expenses creep up. Lifestyle adjusts upward little by little. None of it feels dramatic, but all of it is permanent. Then comes normalization. Higher costs become just how things are. More expensive groceries, higher insurance, higher rent, higher everything. Instead of questioning these increases, people adapt by spending more of their income. This is where the trap tightens. When most of your income is already assigned, flexibility disappears. Any disruption becomes dangerous. One missed paycheck, one unexpected expense, one rate increase. Suddenly, stress appears out of nowhere. But the stress didn't appear suddenly, it was built slowly. Another part of the pattern is emotional spending. People don't like to admit this, but emotions drive money decisions far more than logic. Stress leads to spending. Boredom leads to spending. Social pressure leads to spending. The system understands this. Advertising is designed to turn emotion into transactions. You deserve it. Limited time. Upgrade your life. These messages work because they target feelings, not budgets. Over time, people stop asking if something fits their long-term goals. They only ask if it fits this month. This leads to the next phase of the pattern, dependence on debt. Credit cards, financing, and payment plans are framed as tools of convenience, and at first, they are, until they aren't. Debt shifts future income into the present. That feels good initially, but it reduces future flexibility. Every monthly payment is a decision you already made, controlling tomorrow. As debt grows, options shrink. People work more hours, feel more pressure, and have less room to breathe. Yet, from the outset, everything still looks fine. This is why so many people feel trapped despite doing everything right. They followed the standard path, stable job or regular spending, normal debt, but the system changed, and the margin disappeared. Another repeating behavior is ignoring small leaks. Small expenses are ignored because they don't feel significant. But small leaks sink ships. $10 here, $15 there. Monthly fees, convenience charges, impulse buys, these don't break budgets alone, they break them together. The people who feel constantly broke are often not overspending in one big way. They're overspending in dozens of small ways. Then there's the illusion of progress. Raises, bonuses, or side income often disappear into higher expenses instead of improving stability. Lifestyle expands faster than security. This creates a dangerous cycle. More income leads to more spending. More spending leads to more pressure. More pressure leads to burnout. Financial growth without discipline doesn't create freedom. It creates obligation. Another pattern people follow is avoiding discomfort. Reviewing finances feels uncomfortable, so it's delayed. Making changes feels restrictive, so it's avoided. Talking about money feels stressful, so it's ignored. But avoidance has a cost. What you avoid controlling will eventually control you. The people who stay financially stable aren't fearless. They're intentional. They face discomfort early to avoid crisis later. One of the biggest myths is that financial improvement requires drastic change. It doesn't. It requires awareness and consistency. Small adjustments compound. Lowering fixed expenses slightly. Paying attention to recurring costs. Setting boundaries around spending. Building buffers instead of relying on credit. These actions don't feel exciting, which is why most people skip them. But boring decisions build strong foundations. Another important part of the pattern is comparison. People compare lifestyles, not balance sheets. They see what others buy, not what others owe. Social media amplifies this effect. Highlight reels replace reality. People feel behind even when they're doing fine. This leads to unnecessary pressure and unnecessary spending. Trying to keep up financially is one of the fastest ways to fall behind. The truth is, financial peace looks boring from the outside. It doesn't show off, it doesn't impress, but it protects. Right now, many people are living with thin margins. Everything works as long as nothing goes wrong. That's not stability. That's fragility. Breaking the pattern doesn't require perfection. It requires intention, asking better questions, slowing down decisions, understanding trade-offs. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" ask, "What does this cost me long term?" Instead of asking, "What's the monthly payment?" ask, What's the total impact? Instead of asking, everyone else is doing it, ask, does this move me forward? The goal isn't to eliminate enjoyment. It's to align enjoyment with reality. Financial control doesn't come from earning more alone. It comes from managing better. People who master control can handle change. People who don't feel overwhelmed by it. Every financial cycle exposes the same truth. Those with margins survive comfortably. Those without margins feel constant stress. Margins are built quietly, before they're needed, not during emergencies. This channel exists to slow things down, to step back from noise and look at patterns instead of panic. Once you see the pattern, you can step out of it. Money doesn't have to control your life, but ignoring how it works allows it to. If this video helped you recognize habits or patterns you hadn't noticed before, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. The next videos will go deeper into how to regain control and build stability in a system designed to do the opposite.